Hey everyone, this is Gus with Achievement Hunter, and today we're taking a look at the new DLC for Borderlands, which is Mad Moxxi's Underdome Riot Tour. Alright, this is the latest DLC. It's basically just like arena matches. There's 3 different arenas you can compete in. But one of the cool new features that they added in this DLC, you'll see it right here, is a bank. So you can store all the crap that you've been collecting for forever with your character. All those different guns and grenades and all that shit that airport security loves. Just throw it in the bank. And you can tell that claptrap. I like that claptrap. He's got a little top hat, a little mustache. It's sophisticated, like bankers really are. You'll see some vending machines up here on this upper level. You can buy guns, ammo, health. There's a painting right there of Mad Moxxi. She's got big old hands. Um, there's not much to this upper level. That's pretty much it. Then you go downstairs, and that's where all the arenas actually are. See right there, Underdome. There's 3 different arenas. There's Hell-Burbia, the Angelic Ruins, and the Gully. And you'll see here, first of all, I'll go over to Hell-Burbia, which is right there. And right across the room from there is the Angelic Ruins. And next to the Angelic Ruins is the Gully. I forgot to mention, the way to get here is once you download the DLC, just go to any fast travel station. And you can select to go to the Underdome, and it'll put you right up there, right in front of the bank. And you can access any of these 3 levels. First one I'm going to show you guys is Hell-Burbia. And in all these levels, Mad Moxxi likes to stand up top above the fray. She likes to look down, and she'll watch you fight. Hell-Burbia is kind of like a city landscape combat. This is right here where I'm running to under the satellite dish. This is probably my favorite place to kill everyone from. Enemies like to spawn over there on that blue building, and then off to the right. I'll show you where in a second. But if you stay under that satellite dish, you get pretty good cover. You're elevated a bit. You can shoot people down on the ground. And I find that in this level in particular, elevation seems to really help. I guess I should explain how these levels work. Like I said, they're arena, and it's kind of like Horde mode in Gears of War, where there's wave after wave of enemies. And there's 5 waves to a round, and you have to beat 5 rounds in each level. Once you go through and beat all 5 rounds in each level, by the way, right there, that's a stage. Every 5th wave is a boss wave, and bosses will come out from the campaign, and you have to kill them. Anyway, after you complete all 5 rounds in all the stages, then you have to go back and complete 20 rounds in each stage. And once you complete 20 rounds in each stage, that's how you get the achievements from this DLC. Takes a long time. Anyway, here, this is to my left, is where more enemies like to spawn. And here, this is kind of like the middle where they'll meet up sometimes. Anyway, each round and each wave, they typically modify the enemy behavior a little bit. Here we're in Angelic Ruins. But like I said, they modify enemy behavior. Sometimes all the enemies will have guns. Sometimes it'll be like a horde wave where they just run at you and try to melee you. Then as the game goes on, sometimes there's more modifiers. Like your enemies start getting more health, more shields. Then there's random things, like sometimes it'll be low gravity. Sometimes they get big magazines. Sometimes only elemental weapons do more damage and everything else is reduced. Sometimes the rocket launchers do a lot of damage and not much else. So every round you have to pay attention to what the new rules are. Okay, back to this level. This is Angelic Ruins. This level's really straightforward. It's kind of like, I guess, a level that the Guardian's supposed to be protecting. You can see they have statues of them around the level. This level is probably the flattest out of all of them, so elevation really doesn't play into your strategy. There's a lot of cover from the stonework all in this place. But other than that, really flat. You got your stage on one end, which is behind me right here. And a bunch of enemies like to spawn back over here in the direction I'm going. Out of the 3 levels, this is probably the one I like the least, but it's still alright. You saw the stage back there with the double X's. Coming back here, this is where all the enemies like to spawn. And this one's just all about ducking behind cover, popping out, shooting them, ducking behind cover. Not much to it other than that. Anyway, I sped up this part, I know. Normally the game's all about combat, but I'm trying to show you a walkthrough of what the level's actually like, so just trying to speed through this. Alright. And you see, like I said, really straightforward, not much to it. This next level that I'm about to show you is the Gully, and this one is probably my favorite out of the 3. The Gully is is an exterior map, and it seems like it's set on the side of a hill, because where you see the stage off there to the right, that part of the level is much lower than the rest of it, and you see there's a gradual slope throughout all of it. This level also incorporates something that none of the other levels have, which I'm going to point out here in just a second. Okay, you can see down there is the stage with the two X's over it and all the lights. When the bosses come out, normally they'll have a spotlight on them, so it makes them real easy to find and kill. But sometimes some of the bosses, like Nine Toes, in addition to the boss coming out, they'll have, he has his pet Skags, and they don't have spotlights, so it makes them a little more difficult to find. This area right here, I'm jumping up onto this platform with the sandbags, is a pretty good location if you want to snipe the people who spawn down below you. You can see you get some good cover. They don't really see you. See that sparkling thing down there under the double X? It looks like a static charge. I'm going to point. That's one of the new things in this level, and I'm going to show you what it is here in just a second. The rest of this level is really not much to it. Lots of cover. Make sure you use elevation to your advantage. See, there's the spark. There's one of these idiots running at me. Alright, we're not going to fight. We're just doing a tour. Okay, if you come back up in the other direction away from the stage, just go uphill. Try to kill this guy. If you go uphill, enemies like to spawn here around the corner. I'll kind of fast forward through this also. But see, there's another one of those sparks, like the one I pointed out at the bottom of the hill. They act like teleporters, so if you step in one, you come out the other end. Which is neat. I don't know why it's only on this level and not the other two. But you'll see right here, I'll step into it. And I'll be back down at the bottom of the hill by the stage. These are the guys I didn't kill earlier, so we'll just breeze through this. And this level also, and the DLC works just like the campaign. The barrels are explodable. Explodable, is that a word? You can shoot the barrels and they blow up. And that's pretty much it. You have seen all 3 levels for Mad Moxxi's Underdome Riot Tour. Thanks for watching, everyone.